I'm gonna go
Alright.
talk to this bitch from Match.com. Oh yeah, she wants me.
Make sure that she knows that you ejaculate on fucking bread.
Yeah, welcome to the Perfectly Sane Show, episode number 8. I am here with Tony
How's everybody doing?
and Jeff,
Lottie frickin' da.
and not Fozzie. He is not here again.
I'm gonna call him Fozzie the Flaker from now on.
I think Fozzie's out somewhere guarding his mom because I've just come after her too many times.
That might be it. But we have a pretty packed show for you without Fozzie here, who was going to talk about the Mass Effect DLC. But all of us have been playing some new games, so we have lots to talk about, and got a bunch of news. Tony has stocked on news. And,
I got news and news on top of news.
we got our NFL picks coming up, and which I'm doing horrible. And then we got some listener mail and stuff. So let's kick us off. Tony, why don't you tell us about Enslaved?
I decided after playing the demo last week and then coming on the show and talking about it that I needed to pre-order this game, and I have been very impressed. I played through the first 3 chapters so far, and it's been very, very good. My wife was looking at me moving through the environments, and she's like, it's Fallout, but in New York City. So the game takes place in New York City 200 years from now, after like the fall of civilization. So everything is like covered in grass, and you go through like Grand Central and like Columbus Circle, and if you play through the demo, you crash into the Statue of Liberty during the first stage. So it's kind of New York destroyed, which is interesting to see.
Like overgrown and stuff too, kind of, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
looks very bright and green from the demo. I like that.
Yeah, as opposed to most games which take place after the fall of civilization, it's really, really colorful. It doesn't look like everything has been like decayed. It looks green and vibrant, and there's all these like plants and flowers, and I don't know, the thing about the game that's impressed me the most so far is the visuals. Looking at the vistas, it's just an absolutely beautiful game. I think they've gone a lot with the Uncharted 2 level of detail in the environment, and the fact that you're playing in the third person, you get a lot of the same sort of views. So it's been cool. So far, I haven't gotten that far. I mean, I think there are 13 or 14 chapters, so I'm only on chapter 3. But the story's been decent so far. There's a lot good interaction between your character and the person you're spending the whole game basically in a protection type deal with Trip, who's like this chick who's hacked your headband and made you her slave.
Fuck.
Right,
Sorry.
exactly. But I mean, as much as that sounds terrible, I've always hated protection missions in games. I'll always go through a game and be like, the one mission I hated was the one where I had to sit and protect the damn thing or whatever. But they do it really well here. Trip seems to have decent AI. I've only run into a couple situations where she's like run into the environment or whatever. And during the battles, most of the time she just stands still anyway and lets you do all the fighting. So it's not like she gets in your way. And she doesn't die unnecessarily, which would be horrible. But yeah, so far I've really liked what I've seen. It's been really fun. It's got a very I don't know, the game I think of Darksiders. when you're moving through the environments, or Zelda or something like that. It's not focused on the combat so much as it's focused on platforming and puzzle solving.
I've heard some comparisons to like Uncharted 2. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah. I think a lot of it is like the banter and the interaction between you and the chick you're with the whole time really lends that comparison. Uncharted 2, maybe a better comparison would be the 2008 Prince of Persia game.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that vibe from it, for real.
With you and Elika, she's more of a supporting role, not so much a fighter like Elena would be. Like Elena would actually get involved in the gun battles and that kind of thing. This is more of a you're the focus, but she's behind you, backing you up type deal.
But yeah, like you said, the demo was very platform heavy, and the level design in the demo was incredible. Like you were like navigating this like falling plane or whatever. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm not that far, but I've seen the levels and they are really good, really well designed. So yeah, check it out. It's a really, really solid game so far. I like it.
Yes.
Cool. You been up to anything else?
I've been battling with Comcast for the past week. They were supposed to show up at my house on Sunday and install cable and internet, and they never did. They never came. So I called them, and they're like, "We have no record of your appointment." And then, so I set up a new appointment for today between 11 and 2, and they called me at 2:15 to tell me that the driver wouldn't be there till about 4:30. At 5:15, I called them because he still hadn't shown up. And they couldn't find him. He called me, the person who was coming to do the install actually called me at 7:30. He's like, I'll be there in an hour. At 8:45, he called me. He's like, it's too late. I'm not coming. So I'm still stealing Wi-Fi from my neighbor.
Well, that kind of sucks. Yeah, we missed you on Tuesday Night Battlefield last night.
Yeah, I was watching you guys. I'm like, I can't play. My connection is awful.
Yeah, so we had bad connections anyway, man. Like every match we were in, there was some sort of lag or something. It was pretty bad. So your connection probably would have killed us.
Really?
So Jeff,
What's up?
Jeff keeps swearing because he's playing what he's.
I just made that wolf my bitch. I think. Oh no, he filled up his life. The fuck?
Jeff's playing Castlecania. Something
I should
I
probably stop.
played a little bit of.
Die! Yes, you little bitch, suck it.
And he seemingly has Tourette's tonight. So what do you think of it so far?
Not my type of game. Like we were talking about before, I'm kind of with Sean on this. I'm not very good at God of War type games. I would prefer something like this, but like Castlemania.
Well, how would you propose they put Castlevania in a 3D space without kind of making it God of War-ish? Like,
there's been like open world. Like look at Metroid Prime. That was like an open world 3D game that allowed you to explore like basically one big area.
okay.
You know, just make it Metroidvania, but in 3D. And less focus on combat. Well, I guess, Castlevania is kind of combat heavy.
Yeah, more so than Metroid ever was. So.
I'm not good at these types of games. Although I made that wolf suck my cock.
Okay. Maybe play it on easy.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like if I ever play God of War, I know to play it on easy.
Yeah, that I get to a point in those games where I inevitably do turn the difficulty down because I hit a brick wall in them, and it's like I can't get by this. But I'm so engrossed in like the story that they're trying to tell, or just having fun killing enemies that I want to continue on and see what big badass you fight next. So, yeah, maybe play it on easy.
Yeah, the
But
nice
yeah.
thing about God of War is when you die a bunch of times in a row, it offers you easy mode.
It's like
Oh, I always turn it down, but the option is there, and they make it really easy to do.
Devil May Cry did that too. It was like you die like 5 times in a row, and they're like, "Hey, you want to try this on the baby level?" Like yeah, I do.
Well, if you've never, or if you're not good at those types of games, I would recommend playing Castlevania on easy, because the very first enemy like took me like 5 times to beat just now.
Did you actually buy Castlevania?
Hell no.
All right.
I picked it up. It was a game I've been looking forward to since they announced it. And I'm surprised it looks really, really good. Like graphically, it's very impressive looking.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'll give it that.
And I like the voiceover work early on. Believe it's Liam Neeson maybe doing it, or is it Patrick Stewart? Not
Yeah.
sure.
Patrick Stewart.
I think it's Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. And it's great. It's like epic sounding. He's like reading out of a book. It's like, this is fantastic.
Patrick Stewart had the worst. He was in Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and he was in the game for like 5 minutes and died.
He was the king, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the Uriel Septim.
Yes,
they get this big AAA voice talent and kill him off in the first 5 minutes of the game and never hear from him again.
But well, I'm not sure if he's gonna get killed off of Castlevania, because he seems to just be the narrator at this point. So, which is good, because that voice is just epic, narrating the story going on.
It's silky.
Yeah. So, what else you been playing?
Whole lot. Well, a whole lot of Dead Rising 2. It's actually completely pulled me away from Halo Reach. And I've beaten it already, and I'm still playing the shit out of it. I'm playing through it again. Very cool.
I saw something about you wearing a miniskirt.
Yeah, I'm running around right now. What am I wearing? I'm wearing a poker's, like a dealer's visor. You know, like those green visors that the dealers wear sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a tube top, a mini skirt, and white cowboy boots, and aviator sunglasses. Oh wait, no, I changed my outfit though. I'm wearing a summer dress now.
So, is there like achievements attached to dressing like a jackass, or?
I got one early on for like trying out 10 different outfits, but I think there's one for like trying on everything. There's also an achievement for entering every store in the game.
Wow.
Just like walking in as I think it's called window shopper. But like here's one cool thing I will say about the game. If anyone found the first one too hard, like some of the bosses could be very unforgiving on it. Is the way I beat it is by going on game FAQs and going, "Hey, someone can help me beat a boss," and I just got someone to come in. He was like level 50. He just wailed on the last guy and killed him for me.
Plays it in co-op with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm gonna hide behind this corner.
Yeah,
Just go kill him.
But now, I figure by the time I get through to it, like right now, the second time going through, I'm just trying to save survivors and really just kind of explore. But I figure once I'm leveled all the way up, I'm just gonna go kill everybody. What else? Tried the Enslaved demo. It was sexy. I want to buy it when it's cheap, probably. Very Prince of Persia-ish, as we already discussed. Oh, and I tried out NBA Jam yesterday. I played a game of it and turned it off and never will touch it again.
And that was the Wii game.
Yes.
So not worth $50.
I would say no. It really felt like I had just popped in the Super Nintendo game. Like it's such a bare bones package for $50. No online, on the Wii, no achievements. It's like, what is my incentive to keep playing this? Like, to play exhibition games against other teams with, I don't know. It's like the only new thing I saw that they added was the alley-oop or whatever, however you say it.
Right.
And I didn't even figure out how to do it. I was trying to reacquaint myself with the controls and stuff. And
Well, you do know that Obama and W
Palin,
are in the game.
Palin too. I guess you could play as her.
That's right.
Could team up Obama and Palin together, and
Dear God. I don't know. I mean, I really loved NBA Jam back in the day, but it's like, it's done nothing with it. I can't believe. I think IGN gave it an 8.5, even though they said it's just NBA Jam. That's all it is, you know.
so do you think the like if they were to release the one that was supposed to come out with Elite at like $15 over XBLA, would that be worth it? Like if it was basically the same game.
If you're like a big basketball fan, probably, I would probably get it at that price, just because I think it'll fare better with achievements and with online. I mean,
being able to play against other people.
Even though I can imagine playing that game online, just getting my ass kicked constantly.
Well, the game is about mugging people anyway, so.
Yeah, you just like run up to somebody, shove them, take the ball, and.
Well, I heard rumors that like the rubber banding in that game was kind of disabled. Like in the original one, there was some major rubber banding, like because they didn't want you to blow out the computer because they needed your quarters. So that kind of made it into the home version, like where if you were getting up by too much, like the other team would start sinking threes from just about anywhere on the court. And I heard they kind of removed that though. Did you notice any of that?
I mean, look, I played one game of it,
okay.
But they seemed to, like, I would go up by a little bit, and then they would start sinking lots of shots, and they seemed to want to keep it close. I don't know though. I think there probably is still some rubber banding in it, but I think it would be kind of, I don't know how you escape that, you know. It can be very one-sided, you know.
I think that's actually like I think that's kind of a needed for a game like this. Like blowout games in an arcade game like this are boring, like completely boring. So you kind of want that, you know, that tension of being in a close game.
Yeah, so I think there's probably still some rubber banding there, and I don't know. I think it'll just be better on the other systems, but for a $50 purchase on the Wii, why are you gonna like invite your friends over? And be like, let's play NBA Jam, dude. It's 1994. Let's do it. Yeah.
Now, if they can make a Blitz game, I might do that.
Still, wouldn't you want that on like 360 and stuff?
Yeah, I would definitely want that. Nobody wants to come over and play with my Wii.
Right.
It just sounds.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. That's what he said.
I don't want to come play with your Wii. Yeah. So. Okay, so not worth $50. So there you go. Up to anything else, Jeff?
Let me think. What have I been up to? What the hell? I saw Iron Man 2 yesterday.
Oh.
Finally.
And?
I like the first one. I wasn't as like I don't get what everyone saw in it, and I don't know what people thought of the second one, but I thought it was worse. Like I thought it was kind of boring. I fell asleep like 45 minutes into it. Woke up 3 hours later. Finished it off. I don't know. It's just a very by the numbers, like routine superhero movie, which I thought we were kind of done with, but I guess not.
I mean, it's very true to the Iron Man like story, like to the comics. So
that's another thing. Like I never found him to be a very compelling character, and like I never read Iron Man. Like
yeah, you need to read Demon in a Bottle, which is it's a story arc from I don't know maybe the mid '80s, where he deals with alcoholism. It's fantastic.
It was kind of cool what they did with his character in it. I guess it was kind of interesting. Like he was kind of an asshole, but you could tell he was like going through some shit. But what the fuck is going on here? I don't know. Not a fan of it at all. Like I think I said on Twitter, I would love if Jon Favreau just went back and did another indie comedy with Vince Vaughn. That would be awesome.
Instead, he's going to do the Avengers.
Is he really?
Well, I believe that Josh Whedon might be directing the Avengers, but he's producing it. So he's basically Marvel's big like guru now.
I don't get that. He never felt like the right choice to begin with. Like I don't know. It just doesn't seem suited to him.
Yeah, he's basically Marvel's Chris Nolan. like, which unfortunately DC has a they won out on that one. Nolan's a much better director.
Like his directing in it was not bad, especially like coming from a guy that did like. Did you ever see the movie Made with him and Vince Vaughn? It was so low budget and just very, very. Like, it was almost like a Kevin Smith style directing.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one, but I'm gonna take a look at it.
That was one where like the first time I saw that, I was like, "That's kind of funny," and then I ended up watching it like 50 times in college. Same thing with Swingers. Like the first time I saw that, I'm like, "Ah, it was kind of funny," and then like it's just one of those movies that you quote. Like I still quote Made sometimes, but I don't know what else. Mad Men, amazing, getting amazing. 2 episodes left. You should definitely just watch it. That's about it.
Cool. Well, aside from Castlecania, played a little bit of Lego Harry Potter. Slowly making my way through that. That's actually really good.
Yeah,
Really
they
like
fixed
it.
a lot of the issues from the past Lego games in it.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's just it really works. Like the Harry Potter story works for this type of game. Like the magic like is used to like build stuff and like lift stuff, and there's not a whole lot of combat in it. Like very minimal combat actually. So it's more focused on like figuring out puzzles and doing some simple platforming. But I'm having some fun with it. I finished up the first 2 like episodes of it, like Sorcerer's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets. So interested to see how they do the next 2. If there's one issue I would have with it is if you don't know the Harry Potter story, you're gonna be fucking lost. Like,
It's like all the Lego games, there's like
Yeah,
no
right.
dialogue or anything. It's just
but I mean, like you could kind of get what's going on in like Lego Star Wars and like Lego Batman or even Lego Indy. Like, I mean, granted, like the jokes they make in there are very like they're very inside jokes, like that people that have seen the movies would know about. But in like Lego Harry Potter, like the story is so like tied to like the movies and the books that if you don't know like the basic premise of what the hell's going on, you can't follow it. Like there's shit that happens in the second episode, the Chamber of Secrets one, and you have no idea what's going on. There's this house elf named Dobby, and basically he's like enslaved to like the evil, like the Malfoys, like the evil family in the films and books, and to free him from it, the Malfoys have to give him an article of clothing. So like Harry tricks him by giving something to the like elder Malfoy, who then hands it to the house elf, and then like inside there's a sock. But like you can't get that context from the game because they just can't explain it, except that joke's in there, and it's like my daughter who's never seen the movies and who's never like read the books is kind of like staring like, well, what just happened? Like, like don't worry about it. It's like just let it go. It's walk to the right.
yeah,
Now, are you playing
lost
through
me.
the game? You're playing through the game with your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing with my wife. I really like how they did the split screen.
Yeah, it just splits. It cuts in half, and like
Yeah.
depending upon where you are, you're either on like the top half or the bottom half of the screen, and then when you get closer together, it just kind of melds back
Right.
together. It's great.
Yeah, I used to get into fights with my wife.
Because you had to
Move
be on the
over
same
so I
screen.
can see where
Yeah.
I'm going, you know.
It's like, or it's like you have to get over this way because we can't move forward until you come on, move over here. And it's like now my daughter can just kind of run around. I'm like, go pick up like the coins, and I'll go figure out the puzzles because, like, I mean, the puzzles are a little. I mean, for somebody who doesn't play video games, they're a little over her head. But for me, it's like yeah, these are easy to do. I just need to figure them out, and most of them don't require 2 people to do.
Right.
There was one I ran into where I needed her to help me, and it's like, no, jump on that platform, and she's like jumping but going the wrong direction. I'm like, God damn it, you're retarded. But it's like, and then you're like, you don't want to get angry at her. It's like, give me the controller. Yeah, I'm probably not a good person to play video games with.
Well, I think that's part of the problem with me too. It's that most of this stuff is just second nature now. Solving the puzzles, you just like see it, and for somebody who doesn't play, games 7 days a week, it's hard for them.
Right? They're like, "What do you mean? Like, I am jump? Like, no, don't jump there. Jump here. It's so evident." I don't understand. Why are you yelling at me? But yeah, I really like it. I think it's a excellent adaptation of the books, and looking forward to the other one. I can't believe I'm saying I'm looking forward to the next 3 or 4 or whatever of the Harry Potter series, but or of a Lego game. But it was really I'm having a lot of fun with it. So.
Well, I remember reading a review of it saying it was like the best Lego game, and probably because it was more focused on puzzles and exploring and stuff.
I mean, I really like the classic trilogy, the Star Wars one, and even the complete saga, the Star Wars one, but wasn't a big fan of the Indy one, and the Batman one was just kind of like, yeah, it was cool that it was Batman, but it was kind of trash.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one really works really well. Aside from that, picked up my DS and played through New Super Mario Brothers on it. I had never actually finished it before. That was good. It wasn't great. It was good.
I think after playing through New Super Mario Brothers Wii, it's probably a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, it was like, and it was easier. I found it to be very, very easy. Like, I know you found New Super Mario Brothers Wii to be very easy, Tony, but I found this, like, I got up to, like, the 8th stage with something like 55 or so lives. But then once I got up to that last stage, there was, like, 3 or 4 levels that, like, I slowly burned them all out on until I got to the last board where it was like, okay, and Bowser wasn't all that difficult. You just have to find the pattern, so...
Man, I remember that game being just very, very easy. Like, I don't remember dying at all on it.
There was like 8-5, 8-6, 8-7, and maybe 8-8. They were just like weird platform. Like, if you didn't hit the jumps just right, you would die. And it was like I was ready to throw my DS across the room at one point, but I just set it down, and it's like I actually ran out of lives at one point, shut it off, and was like, I'm gonna come back. Turned it on like when I got home from work and beat it all 4 of those levels in one shot. So sometimes you just need to get away from a game,
especially games that are frustrating.
Yeah, it's like it's not even that they're hard. It's just you've hit like a wall where you can't get by it, and you just get so angry at it that you're like, I can do it my way.
I've done that so many times. I've died in the same spot like 10 or 11 times and just quit and come back the next time and beat it the very next time.
Yeah. I guess it's just the way our brains work. And then aside from that, just playing more Reach. That's still having a lot of fun with that. We had another Tuesday night Battlefield doing Reach this week, and that turned out fairly well. Had about 11, 12 people join up with us, me and Fozzie. So
I'll be there next week, assuming Comcast ever shows up.
Cool.
Although, what game are we doing next week? That's
I was gonna do Medal of Honor, but I don't know if that's a good game to do on Tuesday or not because it'll have just come out. So we may do Reach again. I know there's a lot of people that really want us to continue playing Reach, so maybe Reach, maybe Battlefield. Don't know. One of those two. No, Jeff doesn't want us to play Battlefield, but.
Yeah, I missed out this week anyways, but I mean, play whatever. It's just...
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything, unfortunately. Was hoping to get out to see The Social Network, but I did not get out to see that, so... Yeah, just that and watching football. Sad football.
Did you guys watch the Sunday night game?
I did. I saw like the first half where they basically killed Cutler.
It's like this the whole thing, like it just imploded, man. Like I just saw my whole season just vanish before my eyes.
It's Mike Martz. He kept calling the 7-step drops, which gives the defense like an hour to rush the passer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like
And Cutler's got a slow release as it is.
Slow release. He was just like he would not let go of the ball, man. It's like he wanted to get sacked. I mean, I can't blame him entirely because the offensive line was shit. But oh my god, I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, do something with the ball, man.
It was funny though. It was early in the first quarter, I think. They ran a graphic up about Martz, and like they ran like his last 3 or 4 years in the league, and all of his teams have led the league in interceptions and sacks. Like just getting like giving up the most sacks and giving up the most interceptions. Like I don't know if I want him running my offense.
I saw him run a graphic that showed that like every team that he worked on though, like their yards per game or something like improved. Like every single team since like the 90s. So maybe
there's like I guess there's like a pro and a con to it. So then I watched I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched the first 3 quarters of that terrible,
that wonderful Monday Night Football game.
So awful. First half was good, and then they kicked off in the second half, and it was like everybody went to go party in South Beach because they played a good first half. That was tragic. Well, not for you, but
no, I loved that game. It was amazing.
And then you got rid of your locker room cancer, Randy Moss.
That's right.
I did watch the Phillies game today. They no-hitter by Roy Halladay. His first postseason appearance ever, and he pitched his second no-hitter of the year. And
also the second no-hitter in the history of Major League Baseball postseason.
Yeah. It was a very impressive performance. That the Phillies look pretty scary for right now going into the playoffs. So, but other than that, I haven't been doing a whole lot of anything. So, why don't we move into some news?
Well, we're on a sports kick, right?
Sure.
Did you guys catch the Niners Atlanta game?
I saw some highlights of it. They didn't have it on here though.
The Falcons were driving the field at the end of the game, and they were down, and their quarterback threw an interception, which would have won the game for the 49ers.
Right.
Except that the cornerback Nate Clemens was running the ball back and was holding it really loosely, and instead of just going down, he got tackled, fumbled the ball, and gave it up back to Atlanta, and they went down the field and scored the game.
It'd be awesome if they ran it back that play.
Well, who was it? It was, the cokehead for the Cowboys. Leon Lett.
Yes.
Was running in for the game-winning score after recovering a fumble and something, and held the ball behind him and had it get knocked away.
Yeah, he was showing off.
I love plays like that.
That's what you get.
Yeah, it's like...
there was another one last season where the player was running over the goal line and was trying to get all fancy by dropping the ball immediately and dropped it before he ran over the goal line.
That was the Eagles. Deshaun Jackson did it. He was running in. I think it was his first, what would have been his first touchdown, and he let go of the ball before he hit the goal line, and they picked it up.
Ridiculous.
Like, I mean, and it's not like these guys haven't been playing football since they were like little kids. Like, you're professional football players. You should know. It's like, secure that ball until you cross the goal line or until you go down.
And you think of like the truly great players, and they never end up doing that. You never see like, I don't know, Tomlinson doing something like that.
Right.
Like, he's running over the goal line, he's dropping the ball, he's heading back like he's done it before. It's all these guys who've done it like the first time ever, and they want to showboat. It's ugly.
So, what else you got, Tony?
One bit of news that makes me sad that Fozzie is not here. On the USC hate train, Dwayne Jarrett, who was a first round wide receiver pick by the Carolina, or maybe it was second round pick by the Carolina Panthers in 2008, was cut after his second DWI. They've decided that they don't want alcoholics playing for their football team anymore. So this week on the USC Hate Club, Dwayne Jarrett, we love you, man. Thanks for giving me more ammo to make fun of Fozzie.
I'm sure he'll end up somewhere else, though. There'll be somebody that will pick up his drunk ass, give him a shot. Although, really, his numbers over the last 3 years, not all that impressive. So,
well, the Patriots have a hole at wide receiver. Maybe they'll try to plug him in. Send him to a few AA meetings.
Yeah, keep him away from the bars.
We got a ton of gaming news this week. I guess the one we should probably talk about first is the Taliban in Medal of Honor. EA has caved, and they're now calling them the opposing force.
Boo.
Yes, boo. Apparently, there's an interesting story behind this. Apparently, when they got all of their military consultants to support the game, they only showed them the single-player portion. So a bunch of them had only recently found out that the Taliban was playable multiplayer and threw up a bunch of objections to it. So I think they may have caved to some support from the people who had helped them design the game in the first place.
Yeah, well, I mean, that makes more sense than bowing down to like the activist groups that were kind of protesting.
I think they're bound down to GameStop. And GameStop still is like, we're not selling it on military bases.
Yeah, that's the funny part. The one thing you think it might have done, it didn't do at all.
It's like they got nothing out of it.
Well, I mean, was that a GameStop decision, or was that the U.S. military saying we're not going to sell this game on our base?
I believe officially it's a GameStop decision.
Okay.
I would hope it's not the U.S. military. We're over there, fighting for freedom or whatever, and you can't have a game that talks about the Taliban. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I could see where people who worked on it, if they didn't know exactly how what they were helping to work on was going to be portrayed, and then this comes out, I could see maybe they had some objections towards that.
It says a lot about EA's design decision to have different people work on the single player and the multiplayer. Like the two might not have been exactly in sync.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't at all.
They talked so much about when they were talking about the single player campaign, honoring the soldiers and doing what they could to best portray them in the best light possible and all that. And I mean, you can't do that in multiplayer.
No, you just can't. There's just no working around that, because it's basically cowboys versus Indians, like good guys versus bad guys. Somebody has to play the bad guy. So
right.
Except in Halo, where there's like you're the red team and you're the blue team.
The other thing that's sad about that is you have these soldiers over there that might want to play the game and they can't. Like, they can't pick it up at the GameStop on base or whatever. It's like, what?
Well, I mean, they could just order one from off base or pre-order it from Amazon or whatever. It's not that they can't get it. It's just that they can't get it from GameStop.
On the base here.
On the base, right.
Yeah, I don't know. My initial thought behind it, which I'm sure some of you guys caught my little Twitter tirade, was when it first came out. I really felt that it was kind of like a giant PR stunt, though, because nobody's been talking about Medal of Honor for the last few weeks. I mean, Halo launched, and that's kind of been where it's all at. And then Black Ops had a lot of news coming out, and Medal of Honor's kind of been pushed to the side. Like, they really are like, the third wheel coming into this big dance here. So it looked like they needed something to get them back in the spotlight, and it just seemed really weird timing of it all.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how well their game sells. I have a feeling I doubt that it will tank, but I don't think it will do nearly as well as Halo or Call of Duty.
Oh,
No.
I don't think it'll tank though. I've gotten a lot of people coming in like, "Ooh, Medal of Honor is coming out." People still remember, I guess. So I
Although, did you guys play the last one, Airborne Assault?
played the
No.
demo. I played a
It was
little
awful.
demo.
The demo was okay, but once you started playing through the game, it was not good.
Well,
Um,
they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot by having you. It was cool that you could drop anywhere in the level, but it was like, how do you design a level around that?
right. I mean, there were only certain spots where you could actually land without immediately dying, and it led to some really weird level design too. Like there's one level where you would land on top of this tower and fight your way down. It just didn't make any sense. Like from a realism perspective, like you don't aim a paradrop for the top of a tower. Just and there were weird enemies too. There were like bosses and like that carrying like Gatling guns and wearing all this armor, and you had to shoot them like 500 times to kill them. It didn't make sense as a realistic shooter type game.
So I'm interested to see how they handle the single player game. The multiplayer, I'm sure, is going to be fun, but see.
Yeah, I have to say, if you've seen some of the trailers for the single player, it looks amazing.
The
There's
graphics. Oh my god, the graphics look great.
there was one that came out this past week. The guy was like a sniper team, I guess, and I don't know. You could see through the scope, and they were like spotting the people. It looked really, really good. I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm my pre-order should be showing up on Tuesday, so I'm certainly interested in it. I don't think I'll be playing a ton of the multiplayer, but not with Reach still here and Black Ops coming out a month from now, and then like Battlefield Vietnam coming out hopefully this year. Like, I just don't see where Medal of Honor's multiplayer really fits in. But
wait, what? Battlefield Vietnam?
Yeah. There's an expansion coming out
for Bad Company 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be coming out. It says the trailer says winter 2010, so that would be before the end of the year. I have a feeling it might get pushed back to early 2011, but which might be better for Medal of Honor.
right.
So I mean, if Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam expansion pack whatever comes out this year, like, I'm sure there's going to be a few people that are like, yeah, I'm just going to kind of pass on Medal of Honor because I already have Bad Company 2, and if I can just wait around for this expansion set, I'll get that. We'll see, though. It should be fun.
I think you'll see a lot of people buying Medal of Honor and trading it in for Black Ops.
I believe you will.
At least that's what GameStop hopes. So
It's probably not a bad insight there. Enough Medal of Honor. What else we got?
The UK-based Daily Star newspaper was ordered to pay a substantial sum to Take-Two. Apparently, they published a story saying that Rockstar was making the next GTA game. They were calling it GTA Rothbury, and it was supposed to follow the exploits of some criminal who went around and shot a bunch of people there, and then killed himself. And for this news story this game that they supposedly had found that Rockstar was publishing, they went and interviewed the mother of one of the victims of this guy. And of course they published the story, and it was completely fabricated. Obviously they weren't making this game at all. And there was a huge uproar on the internet about this, and how could this reporter make this story and just make it up? And he just went off and started making fun of video gamers. So it's nice to finally see that the newspaper got their comeuppance for just making up some story to give gaming bad press. It has enough. It doesn't need more.
Yeah, we do enough stupid shit on our own. We don't need somebody making up stupid stories about us.
Can I sidetrack this really quick? Wouldn't you guys love a game that took place, like a GTA type game that took place in the city where you lived? Like, I've always wanted one in Chicago. Like, ever since True Crime came out.
GTA Philly would be awesome.
GTA DC, wonderful.
I want
Wait,
one
we
in
have
Chicago.
Fallout 3. Never mind.
I want one in Chicago. I want to be able to do drive-bys at the mall where I work, just like shoot all the fucking people walking in front of the mall.
I want to be able to go pick up hookers at K&A, Kensington and Allegheny, where all the real hookers hang out here in Philly.
Like, ever since I played True Crime, which was like, it replicated LA, like, exactly. I'm like, man, I want a game like that where I can just like explore neighborhoods that I know and go down, like, go look at my house and see how they did it or whatever, you know? Like, that'd be awesome. Anyways.
I'm with you on that, Jeff. Yeah, it's nice though that that newspaper got kind of called out on it.
The funny part, well, I guess that's not the funny part. Never mind. There's no funny part. Fuck them. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, two related bits of news. World of Warcraft announced their expansion Cataclysm for December 7th. And later that same day, Sony announced that DC Universe Online was delayed to 2011.
Yeah, that's probably related.
Run and hide.
Yeah, that's not surprising at all, though. Like, nobody wants to go up against Warcraft.
The funny part, they couldn't come up with a good reason why the game was delayed. They're like, "Oh, we're still working on it." Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know what? Just say it. Like, we're afraid of Warcraft. Like, nobody's gonna play our game when this game is launching its biggest event in its history.
Right. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Watch their game fail miserably. End up like APB or one of the other MMOs that no one played.
Exactly.
And one more delay. Gears of War 3 was delayed from... They had a really specific date in April, and now it's fall 2011.
Yikes.
Yeah, if you were waiting for Gears 3, you're going to have to wait a little longer.
And this is simply because they have nothing coming out.
Yeah, Microsoft's pantry is bare, probably.
Like that, the Halo game from, what is it, 343 Studios, that will not be out next year. That's at least what this says to me. Like, that's not coming out next year, which I'm fine with. But yeah, evidently they don't have anything else to give us.
Yeah, I honestly can't name another Xbox 360 exclusive from 2011.
I wouldn't be surprised if they like shat out another Fable. I'm telling you now, the game's gonna suck. I'm sorry.
Fable 3.
I don't know. I don't like the first two though, so I hate those games.
Well, supposedly when they canceled Milo and Kate, what they were working on will get put into a future Kinect-based Fable game. So that might be out, next year. Maybe.
Maybe that's what they're doing. They're concentrating on the Kinect with all their exclusives. God, kill me now.
Yeah.
Just give me something different than the launch lineup. God. Give me a reason to buy the damn thing.
Dance Central. Dance Central is reason enough.
Well, they have... isn't the Star Wars game scheduled for 2011?
I think so.
I'm going to challenge Sean right now, Sean the Trucker, to post a video of him playing Dance Central when he gets it.
He'll do it. I know
he will.
That'd be awesome.
We're going to have a dance battle at PAX East.
Dear God.
I think I might watch that. I don't think
Yeah.
You don't want to take part in that?
I will record it with my cheap camera.
All right. Enough alcohol can get anybody dancing, though.
I suppose.
Not me,
It would
man.
have to be quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd have to be pretty much to the point where I can't stand up anymore. So that's why I kind of look like I'm dancing.
If
You're not
pour,
actually dancing. You're just trying to stand up.
Yeah,
yeah. You're just like
just a shambling like hobo that smells of vodka.
kind of stumbling and leaning around. Like, I mean, if I got wasted, I'd maybe slow dance with like a 50-year-old lady. That's about as far as I go.
So what else we got?
The news I hated the most this week. The Final Fantasy 13 team is hinting at a sequel. They're probably going to call it Final Fantasy 13 2.
So it's Final Fantasy 26.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't play enough of Final Fantasy 13 to, wave my arms about. So
I feel like they wasted so much time and so much money making such a terrible game. Scrap it. Come up with a new idea. Final Fantasy 15. Start over.
That's what it should be subtitled. Start over.
We're sorry.
So many people were disappointed in that. Dear God, I had so many people like, this is the worst game ever. I'm like, I don't care either way.
I mean, I liked what I played of it, but really I only played about 4 hours. So
yeah, I got about 4 hours in. I couldn't stand anymore.
It's like, I mean, it's very traditional JRPG-ish. So like, walk and there's absolutely no exploration like a lot of people are complaining about.
There was no exploration. The characters were annoying. The story was nonsensical. I didn't find the battle system to be interesting at all, but it was nice to look at, so at least I had that going.
It was pretty. It was very pretty. Yeah, whatever. What I
don't think
kind
there's
of
a game. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
what I kind of want out of the Final Fantasy series, I want them to go all the way back to the beginning and actually add a story into like the basic framework from the first game.
That would be awesome.
It'll never happen, but that's all I got. So, anything else?
Oh, I got a few more things.
All right.
Let's see. We have OnLive, which still exists, despite the fact that nobody ever talks about them or what games they have or what's going on with their service. It's now free. They had an extended promotional offer to like new people picking up the system to try and get more users. That would allow them to have their first year free. But now they're just making the entire system free for everyone to use. So the only fees you have to pay are the ones for your actual games.
So it's like some weird Netflix type system.
Right. Like gaming Netflix.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems stupid.
I mean, well, the thing about it for me is that I look at it and I say, all right, you've got your whole cloud computing system, so I want to play games that I can't play on my consoles, and
Right.
They don't really have any of those. They have games like Darksiders. Well, I've played Darksiders on my 360, and they have Just Cause, and they have Mafia 2. Great, but
Yeah, they're
I
all
want a
console
game that
games. Like,
right, and most of them I have played already. Like I played them before the system was released, and their title selection is not that extensive. So I think the big problem with their system is just there's no games to attract you to it. If there was something that was exclusive, or they were offering, I don't know, something at a deep discount near to release, maybe, but I see no reason to use it.
Are you guys talking about OnLive?
We are.
I think that's like an idea that it's just not ready for the mass market. I don't know.
yeah, it's a little too ahead of its time, I think. I don't know. Like as Tony was saying, there's just not enough games. Like the draw behind it for me was like, if I didn't have a gaming PC and they had games like, Dawn of War 2 and StarCraft 2 that I could play over this system, that would be pretty cool. But those games aren't up there. Like, it's the exact games I can get from GameFly
So it's just console games.
Right. If
or
I don't know, if the
console
newest Total
PC
War
ports.
games were up there, I'd be all over it. Civ 5, count me in.
Right, like
Nope.
and that was one of the big things that they were saying, like, oh, you're going to be able to play these games that you wouldn't be able to play otherwise, like because your hardware wasn't fast enough or whatnot. Like, you're going to be able to play them through our service because all you need is this little box thingy. So like a game like Civ 5 would be great to be able to play over that way, but it's just not possible.
No Minecraft.
Sorry, no Minecraft.
Game looks retarded. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's great. I'll shut up.
I don't know. It's like I've heard it described as like 3D dot game heroes, but without a purpose. Like, it's basically like you build your own world. So
Yay.
I don't know. And the game's in alpha, and they're charging $13 for it. So
What?
yeah.
They're charging money for a game in alpha.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
And they've sold a ton of copies.
Must be one damn good alpha test.
Evidently, it's just like a giant sandbox, and it's like Legos for people with computers. I don't know.
I've seen so much talk about it. I had to bring it up.
I honestly don't know anything about Minecraft.
I've just known what I've heard from some people. I know Sean's playing it, and a couple other dudes, but yeah, just doesn't interest me. So, all right, what else we got?
All right, I got one last piece of gaming news. This past week they released the gaming injury report. They tracked all gaming-related injuries between 2004 and January 1st, 2009. And apparently 696 people injured themselves while gaming.
Holy shit!
Yes. Most of the injuries were abrasions, sprains, strains of the shoulder, and ankle and foot injuries.
I think people are gaming wrong.
See, here's the funny part. Only 76 of the injuries were playing the Nintendo Wii. Like, you think with people like dancing all around and like jumping up and down on their Wii Fit board that you get more injuries there, but apparently that's not the case. It's
I wonder if they count, like, if you're sitting on your couch with your buddies and you're playing Halo and like they get an assassination on you and you get pissed off and you toss your controller and whack them in the head. Wonder if that counts.
I was gonna say, I bet you there's at least a few like strokes that were probably attributed to Demon Souls.
or heart attacks or something. Something stress related.
This game is so fucking hard.
Oh, and for all the seizure warnings you see when you start up games, there were only 65 gaming related seizures.
Oh. I mean, I guess they're just covering their bases.
Right.
Kind of like there's hot liquid in this coffee cup type thing.
Right. For the one person who's going to sue you and win like $10 million, you have to put that warning on every
Right.
cup.
Exactly. So it's like for that one person that might get a seizure while playing their game, like, better to take the precaution of not letting them sue you.
Which game had that warning?
A lot of them do. I think nearly all of them have it at some part, either in the manual or somewhere.
Yeah, but I noticed it a lot on PS3 games. But
PS3 games, I think, require it at the beginning.
Yeah, but like I noticed that recently on Sonic Adventure on Xbox Live. It's like, this game will give you seizures. I'm like, yeah, because it sucks.
It has nothing to do with the visuals of it. It's just it's terrible.
You'll be foaming at the mouth in no time.
Yeah, it's weird. So Jeff, I know you have a piece of gaming news you want to talk about.
Oh, my favorite story of the week. Beyond Good and Evil is getting an HD release. I think it's like a download, like XBLA. God, I'm so happy about that. It's so awesome. More people get to play. Probably my favorite game of last generation.
I hope that's what it is. I hope it is a like an XBLA release.
I think that's what they're reporting, is that it will be an Xbox Live Arcade game.
That'll be
It's
cool.
like, I would love. I mean, I don't know what to believe about Beyond Good and Evil 2. They keep saying, yeah, we're making it, but they haven't shown anything. But God, the first one, that was the first game I remember like playing it and going, like, really caring about the story and the characters.
I've heard it's kind of like Zelda. I've never actually played it. I own it, but I've never actually played it.
Oh man.
But I've heard it's kind of like Zelda, but with like a better story.
So you're one of the
Story.
few people who bought it, but you haven't played it.
Yeah, I've got it's on my PC, and I heard that's not the best way to play it. So I'm like, I keep like trying to find it on PS2 or something, and I've been unsuccessful.
It was probably on Xbox. You could probably play it on your 360.
Yeah, it's just finding a copy of it.
But the story in it, like, it's a really good story, man. It's like you're a reporter and you're like trying to. I mean, it's been a while since I played it, but you're like trying to uncover a conspiracy between your government and like these aliens that have invaded and taken over. I think it's been a while, but the story was just really good, and the characters were just, you cared about them. It was like watching a Pixar movie, like the characters. God, it was a good game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but nobody bought it. And I think one of the things that could come from this, if the game sells well enough on Xbox Live or however they actually manage to sell it, is that you could end up with that sequel finally being published.
Yeah, I think it will really catch on. Like if they release it $10-15 on like PSN and Xbox Live, I think people will be like, "Oh, I've always heard it's great. Give it a shot," and they'll see what everyone's been talking about. I mean, I'm trying to think of a game that I liked more last generation. I can't.
Hello?
God
Hey.
damn you, Fozzie.
Yeah,
That was my fault.
It is your fault.
Fozzie, you're here.
Hello,
Oh, wait.
my friends.
Where have you been, Fozzie?
Just catching up with some old friends.
Uh-huh.
Fozzie's stoned.
Nah, not yet. This weekend, though, it shall be glorious.
See,
But the
Fozzie,
good
if you don't
news-
come up with a good story right now to tell us, then I'm just going to have to make one up for the podcast.
Yeah, I had sweet, sweet loving with your mama.
No, there's gonna be a better story than that.
I'll tell you. You can take the story and stick it up your ass.
Great comeback, Fozzie.
I am
Great
in
comeback.
a rare mood tonight, gentlemen. Guess what? I've moved into my new place, so I could be as loud, and there's unfortunately, no more cousin to do the intros or anything like that. So
That's a shame.
can't make fun of me not having a girlfriend anymore.
So, guys, Fozzie was late for the podcast because he was at a child pornography convention.
Whoa, really? Did you think about yourself? Yeah, so
The Nambla Expo.
The drive back got a little bit long because he had to stop off at school afterwards.
yeah.
He had to do a couple laps around the middle school.
So, well, getting back to the news, Fozzie, we were talking about Beyond Good and Evil coming out on
Ooh.
like an HD version. What do you think of that?
Well, I haven't even played the first one, so.
God, I hate you guys.
Dude, I don't know. The pig just threw me off. I mean, what the hell? Why
I think that was the problem, was that it was a good game, but it was really hard to sell to people.
Because it had a pig in it?
No,
Yes.
it was just, it didn't have a really good selling point, you know?
The story is great. They could have made a movie-like trailer out of it. Although people would still be like,
but you have to remember, I think in 2010, telling somebody that a game has a great story will sell that game. But I don't think if you go back even like 5 or 6 years, if that's all the game's like primary selling point, I don't think that's enough to get it out there. I think that's a new phenomenon.
I'll say this: it's the only stealth game. I mean, parts of it are stealth that I like besides Batman. So there's another little blurb you can put on the box.
The blurb is the word?
Yes, sir. Are you drinking? Are you drinking, Fozzie?
I did have a little bit, but not much.
I don't think he needs it at this point,
Dude,
right?
like seriously, like ever since I moved to Miami, I have not gone like drunk. The last time I remember getting drunk was probably when I got that hotel.
Teabag Radio,
Yeah,
episode 10, the
epic
infamous episode.
It's not even an episode. It's just a clip show.
I'm gonna have to look that one up, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never listened to Teabag, but I don't listen to any podcasts.
Are you serious?
I don't have an iPod or anything. It's not like what am I gonna listen
that's
to?
True.
I'm gonna sit in front of my computer and listen to a 7-hour show.
To be honest, I don't really. We're not on air right now, right?
That's one.
No, we are, dude.
We are.
Oh.
This is all being recorded, Fozzie.
No, we're
No
back.
One's gonna know you're a child pornographer.
Oh dear God.
We're in the middle of a show, man.
No,
I hope
I'm
you
just
didn't lose
saying.
that first hour of gold when the call ended there, because I would be very sad.
No, I got
was-
it. It's all good.
I'm so on tonight, man.
Oh, you're on tonight. Have
I
you
think
been
it was
smoking?
because Fozzie wasn't here.
Dude, I'm on like Vince Vaughn tonight.
Whatever. I listened to that episode without me on there. It sucked. I mean, God, fucking. If I had to listen to that shit all the time, I'd be surprised if we had more than 10 listeners. But, anyways, what was the question? Where are we going with this?
I was wondering what you think about Beyond Good and Evil coming out in HD.
I mean, I don't really care for the first one. Like,
You didn't play it.
You didn't play
I know,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Is like,
Now I'm gonna
is there
kill you.
much of a story? Like, do I really need to play it, or can I just go straight to this fabled second one that's coming out?
It's like, do you like Zelda? Do you like taking pictures? Do you
Oh.
like good gameplay, good story?
I do
Yes,
like
then
pictures. Oh well, you just set it
Well,
up.
we know
so
that, right? You
yeah.
love pictures, especially of children.
Pixsters? I like Pixsters. Do I like Pixar? Asshole. Learn to
Children.
freaking.
Run away from the man with the candy.
His
And
name
the
is
Persian
Fozzie.
Hey. I think when you have a drinking podcast, let's just throw that out there. I think we'd be good all drunk.
I'm drinking right now. I'm getting as drunk as I possibly
Yeah,
can.
but we don't get wasted. I need Napo to pass out. I need a Chris passing out, like a host passing out.
We
That's when
will.
you know when that's when you know your podcast has made it. when your host passes out for the episode.
Yeah, bitches.
Right?
We're gonna get there. We got our drunk podcast coming up soon. So
It's a drunk podcast for me every week. I don't
Right,
know why
well,
you guys are slacking
like-
here. I maintain a
Well,
little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just moved into this new place a couple days ago, but believe me, they have a liquor bar, and I tend to fully use it. They might get a little pissed, but
You seriously have a liquor bar?
Like house sitting or something?
What? No.
Are you house sitting or something?
No,
Like,
they
what
all
is it?
live here, but everyone like passes out by 10, which is like when we start. So I can definitely freaking sneak in and take a swig or 5 or 10.
Take me
what
back
else?
to high school, Fozzie.
Right?
all right.
That's the relatives.
We used to steal alcohol and pour it in like little aspirin bottles and then fill up the bottle with water so it would go up to the mark because like the parents would start marking the bottles in their basement
nice.
on us.
Yeah. My mom was a pro at hiding liquor, but every now and then, like, we could steal a couple of freaking natty ices, and we put them in our sock. I put them in my socks. Put them, like, all the way down. Like, I don't know why in my sock, because it was so obvious. Like, what is this big old bulge in this thing? But, yeah, we weren't too bright back in the day.
Of course, you were stealing Natty Ice. I mean, that about says it all.
Yeah, that and Rolling Rock, dude. That was the beer of choice.
Oh, those things are vile.
Yes, they are.
Sorry, we couldn't afford Irish Pale Ale back in the day. We'd only have about like one and be broke. So no, it didn't work like that.
Well, I got 2 pieces of movie news if we want
Ooh,
to look into that.
you should have like a reel before this, like a little cinema thing, like a little like intro, like a 15-second intro,
a 15-second intro.
Yeah, get the people excited, like Entertainment Tonight. They have some flashy intro beforehand.
It'll be like do 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 do.
Yeah. Do 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 do. Oh, that's James Bond. Something close.
Oh my god.
Not exactly.
We
All
are
right.
completely derailed. I love it.
So they've kind of announced that the next Superman movie, the reboot of Superman, will be directed by Zack Snyder. He did 300. He did Watchmen. He did the Dawn of the Dead remake. What do you guys think about that?
I hope it's better than Watchmen.
Yeah, the last one was bad. It was just Superman picking shit up. Yeah, I found Superman Returns to be very boring.
I think I'd rather come on a piece of bread and eat it.
Oh god.
Did watch Superman? Or?
I just got an image. Wow, I don't want an image.
Damn it, Jeff. No one wants to hear about your Limp Bizkit ways and your crazy freaking shenanigans, okay?
You would rap. Oh, what? Like what?
I don't know. Fuck
What is that in
Superman.
context to?
To another Superman movie.
Okay, so you don't really want another Superman movie.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm joking. I guess. I mean, the old ones were good.
No, the first 2 were good.
It's just he's the most generic thing ever. I don't know.
He is kind of boring.
He's borderline gay. I mean, come on.
You figure
Borderline.
any Superman movie is hamstrung by the fact that it's Superman,
Yeah, he can't be beaten.
It's just it's like a superhero that was like cool when he probably came out in the 40s or whatever, but ugh. It's like who wants to see a Captain American movie either? It's the gayest thing ever. I'm sorry. No offense to gays.
it's American.
by the way.
All
Too
those
late,
gays
Jeff,
that
too
listen to our podcasts, we apologize.
All right, so no interest in Superman there.
Can I give a little rant here? I mean, I'm here. I got to make up
Do
for
it.
lost time.
Do it.
Sure. What are you ranting about?
Here's the thing about movies and
Oh
remakes.
no, you
I
better
don't,
not start it.
I don't like them. Like, I mean, it's one thing to remake a movie after like 20, 30 years. It's a complete other to just try and like just move on from a movie that absolutely sucked and just like try and just redo it again. Like the Spider-Man remakes that are making. I mean, think about if they did that in gaming. Like, imagine if like people didn't like the way that they took it with Metal Gear Solid 4 and they wanted more action. and then another fucking studio just like took it over, like a different like game designer, you know, like it just
Like Prince of Persia is.
huh? Yeah, exactly. Like
Bounce all around.
Prince of Persia is like so just diluted, like you don't even know what the hell you're even looking at anymore. Like it's so far off from what the original intention was that you don't even, it's not even the same game anymore. That's kind of like movies too, like the Godzilla, like they made a Godzilla, then they made another one like 2 years after. I don't care if Matthew Broderick sucked in it. You fucking
That
man
movie
up.
sucked. I remember
Yeah,
seeing
that
it.
was terrible.
That was terrible. Yeah.
Oh my god, do you remember the marketing for that?
There was
Ooh,
a
wanted to
lot
see
of marketing.
the
It's one
trailer
of like
was
the most
awesome.
expensive, yeah. But sorry, I'm getting off track here. But for the most part, it's like just take your lumps and go with it. You know, you gotta wait. Like you can't let the fucking public just digest it and just be like, oh, okay, I'm going to see this other one. No, it doesn't work like that.
Can I throw my 2 cents on that? I guess I will without approval, but
Who cares? It's our show. He do whatever
I
the fuck he
deny
wants.
it. You may not speak.
I'm not entirely against remakes because there's only so many story templates out there, and you know, it's sometimes helps to have a recognizable character like Freddy Krueger or something. But you look at something like Freddy Krueger, it's like, from what I heard, the remake it's like a shot by shot remake almost. It's like you could do anything with dreams,
it's not,
you know.
It's not.
I heard that it was just uncreative though. Like the dreams, like it really kind of followed what the first one did, and was like you could do anything with a dream. And you know, Inception, I haven't seen that yet, but that was about dreams and it was completely original. But I'd say Fozzie is kind of onto something. I mean, the worst offender I could think of recently was Death at a Funeral, which was a really funny British comedy and in English, and they redid it a year later with like Martin Lawrence or some people. Like, oh man, why would you do that?
Yeah, it was what Martin Lawrence, Tracy Morgan, Danny Glover.
It's like all the worst actors ever, and
You know you
first one
love
was
Tracy
funny.
Morgan, you son of a bitch.
Tracy
fucking hate
Morgan sucks.
him. I hate him, man.
He's awful.
Awfully delightful.
Uh-huh. This coming from the guy who likes boys.
But I did hear the Let
Oh,
Me
that's
In
hard.
remake was good, so
That's hard.
Go watch
I was
Cop
like,
Out,
go back to
Fozzie.
making fun of my mom. For the love of God.
I don't have any problem with remakes.
Yeah, you would.
you think about it. How many different stories are there out there? A couple hundred, maybe.
Right. And it doesn't hurt anything. Like, you don't have to go see it. It doesn't hurt the original film in it at all. Like,
if anything, it'll inspire kids to go see though. Like, you know, you see the new Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, if I was a kid, I'd be like, oh, I gotta see the original now. You know?
right, and be like, hey, the original is much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, spinning off of the remakes and Fozzie's evident his hatred for these remakes. Emma Stone is joining the Spider-Man remake as Gwen Stacy. What do you think of that, Foz?
I like
Fuck
Emma
is-
Stone. She's
Who the
nice.
fuck is that?
Emma Stone? She's
she was
from-
the
have you
chick
seen
in
The Rocker?
Zombieland.
The Chicken Zombieland?
She was one of the chicks in Zombieland.
Have you seen The Rocker? Hey.
I don't know. Rocker? What?
Yeah, The Rocker.
She played Wichita in Zombieland.
Holy shit. Hold on.
God,
Let's send
it's
him a
been too
link.
long.
Dear God, man. Alright.
She was the hot old chick.
I like her. She kind of has like a dark side, but you know, she's one of the more original actresses. Like she's hot, but she doesn't exactly, you know, she's more like a girl next door, I guess, type. Except
With a-
maybe
with
a lot sluttier.
Little dark
So-
streak.
Yeah,
Should get
she's got a little.
physical.
Yeah, she looks a little kinky, so I like her.
Fucking slap you around and shit.
Yeah.
Ew. Here, I'm sending you a link. You get that? Boom.
So Jeff doesn't even know who she is. Like,
I sent him a link.
You did?
Yeah, just to your specific one. I'm not in the chat room.
Let's
hold
see.
on.
I'll see if I know her.
Wait, I just heard a chat go on.
I see
still
Jimi
think-
Hendrix. Oh
We're
wait.
talking about you.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Oh.
looks like a little stoner. I'd bang her. Yeah.
Yeah, doggy.
Sorry, you like her as Gwen?
She looks impure.
Looks good statement, bro.
She might corrupt me.
Okay, so who is Gwen Stacy? Because I'm not a big, not.
She was
Uh,
like the original Mary Jane, pretty much.
Yeah, she was she died in the comic books around like
Oh,
June
spoilers.
spoilers. Like that happened in like the 70s or like the 60s or 70s around issue
Yeah,
120.
Still reading those magazines.
Wasn't it like the Spider-Man 1 movie? Wasn't it kind of like that, where like he went to save her, except he snapped her neck like by
Yeah,
Jesus.
she was on a bridge. The Green Goblin was like holding her and he dropped her and Spider-Man did not save her in time and like her neck snapped or something.
They should have done that in Spider-Man 1, dude. That would have been amazing.
Except
I was about to say, I don't remember that.
drop Kirsten Dunst off of a bridge.
Yeah, like remember the ending was like
That would
that.
have been
Wasn't
not bad.
It's like, oh, you're dead.
it? Fonzie likes boys.
I hate you.
All right.
I should have just left. I could be playing Halo Reach right now with Dove. You guys fucked me.
Let's move on to our NFL picks for the week. Got us 4 games here.
Oh, and before this, we have to have some sort of NFL like. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh God,
Like one of those
that should be
NFL,
nothing like that.
one of those NFL film like intros, and then we have to get that guy that does it because he's got that deep voice. He's like,
Oh my god, the
Peyton
guy's
Manning
incredible.
was
Yeah, that guy's voice is great.
That's the best voice like narration ever.
Yeah, if you have that voice, I mean, dear God, all you do is just
God,
that
I
has
miss.
to be the easiest job. I would love that job.
You know what used to get me into football was Inside the NFL on HBO, and then it moved to like Showtime or something. God, I love that show.
Dude, have you guys seen the 30 on 30s? I love that fucking ESPN segment. That Miami one, did you see that one, Chris?
No,
Oh my God, dude, what's wrong with you?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's it's ESPN. Like they kind of do like these mini movies, and it's just 30 minutes, and they do they just highlight stuff. Like one of them was Boston Red Sox like road to victory in 04 in the World Series. Well, they did one on like the U and back in like the 80s and 90s when they were corrupt as shit and stuff. It was awesome.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
Picks?
before we do this week's picks, can we get a rundown of like our standings here? Because I have no clue. I don't watch all the games.
Yeah. So last week Tony went 1-3.
Uh-huh.
So did you, Fozzie.
So did you, Foss.
What?
Jeff went 3-1 though, which puts him puts Jeff at 10-6, which I believe might be the best record so far.
Let me tell you, I went 4-0 in my picks, and even my upset special I got right in my college football picks. So that just shows you that I have no idea. When I pick NFL, I'll pick on colors and my favorite teams.
Wait, didn't you pick Penn State to win?
No, I picked Iowa to win. Napo did. He picked Penn State.
I didn't pick anyone.
Well, you
I
were
just made
arguing
fun of
with
you
me.
the whole
You were
time.
saying that like Joe Paul's going to run up on him, and then I showed you that Joe Paul's an 80-year-old geezer. And then my upset.
I
special,
said something about Joe Paterno showing his balls to the other team, but
Yeah, something like that.
all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say before we start this, I would totally watch Emma Stone finger bang Lindsay Lohan.
Wait, Emma Stone, what?
Finger bang Lindsay Lohan. Oh,
God, dude. Dude, I don't want her touching that. She might get like
Yeah,
acid.
exactly. Her hand might fall off.
Don't even let Emma Stone even come in
It's
like
like-
talking distance of her, dude.
it's like sticking your finger into a pool of acid, comes out just
No,
bones.
dude, basically Emma Stone
It's like a
is
fucking
Lindsay
saw
Lohan
trap.
before she went fucking crazy.
So you want to
Pretty
play a
much.
game?
I just imagine like a acid spitting pussy, man.
Oh god.
And when I
Like the
squirt,
fucking Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Just fucking pussy opens up. It's like, "Ree!" Fucking flapping all over the place.
And I would still bang it, man. I'd put on like a silver
Dude.
con.
It's been paying me to fuck. Shit's gnarly. So gnarly.
All right. Let's make our fucking picks. First game is it's New York Giants at Houston.
This is easy.
Well, Houston's coming off a big loss to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah. And the Giants are coming
All
off a big win against Chicago.
It's an interesting pick.
Wait, is it
playing-
at Chicago?
They're playing in Houston.
Ooh.
It's the Giants versus Houston, Foz. There's no,
See,
they're not
yeah.
playing in Chicago.
We'd be happy to.
What did I say?
You said that they were playing in Chicago.
Are you sure? I think I said Houston.
I don't think there's any team at Soldier Field anymore.
It doesn't matter.
You told
Basically, yeah.
you told me the Giants, Foz, but you can
Yeah.
change your pick. So
Yeah, well, I'll just go and say that it's just a simple fact of physics that Houston cannot go 4-1. They are not capable of going 4-1. I don't care if they're playing a high school team. I feel that Giants will bring them back to reality. I think that Giants are going to pull it through, and Houston will be 3-2 by next week. So.
Right.
I'm going to say the exact opposite thing and say that the Texans are a very good football team and they're going to win. The Giants are not that good. The Bears took a couple people by surprise and also got a lot of lucky bounces. And I think they finally showed who they actually were against the Giants.
God damn
The Giants are just awful.
You mean the Bears?
No, the Giants are awful. The Bears are just worse.
Ooh.
So I'm going with Houston.
Wow, 4-1 Houston.
No. I'm gonna go with the Giants. I'm with you, Foz. Houston is a good team, but they've been really inconsistent in their play, and I think the Giants' defense is starting to maybe turn it around a bit. So,
Oh, come on.
When does Cushing come back for Houston? Week
This is
6?
his first game back.
Oh.
He'll be back this week.
Oh. My boy's going to tear it up. He's been on roids. He's amped. He's pissed.
all right,
That's
Jeff.
right. He spent too much time hanging out with Dwayne Jarrett, but now he can come back and play football.
Don't you dare. What happened to Dwayne Jarrett again?
He got cut.
You got cut?
Yes, he got
Yep.
cut. He got his second DWI and got cut.
You missed
Oh,
that part of
shit.
the news segment.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You know who's been a really good receiver was Steve Smith for Trojans. And it's funny because Dwayne Jarrett, he always got more, he was the higher pick and he got more, attention, I guess. But Steve Smith, he's one of the leading receivers for the Giants now. But go ahead, Jeff.
I'm going to say that the Bears made their defense look good. I think the Giants fucking suck. They should have won by 30 fucking points in the last game.
Ooh.
They're terrible, and the Texans are going to win.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, our second game is Kansas City at Indianapolis. I guess Kansas City is the last undefeated team out there.
Not after this week.
Yeah.
I think the joyride is over. I think Peyton
Yes.
Manning is angry. He doesn't enjoy being 2-0 or 2-2, and the Colts don't lose back-to-back games. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Peyton's going to come out and kind of rip KC apart. What do you guys got?
Matt Castle is the man. MVP, baby.
So are you going with KC?
Nah, I'm going with Indy.
He just likes him because he went to USC, even though he never
Yes.
played.
And that just shows how badass you can be at USC. You don't even need to fucking play and you can start an NFL team. That's how we roll, baby. That's how we
Yeah,
roll.
well, all the players who start at USC fail in the NFL.
That's not
it's the
true.
backups who play well.
Offensive skill-wise, but our defensive players are so disgusting. It's not even funny. You can make a all-pro team out of our defensive players. Taylor Mays, he looked fucking nasty last game.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
I got Colts at home. All the way, baby.
All right. Game 3 is Jacksonville at Buffalo.
You.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
What?
Ew. It's
No,
terrible.
I feel like I just got kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
I kicked you in the balls.
It's an ugly game.
You mean awesome game?
I'm sure
Jacksonville,
they'll
baby.
be able to watch that in Chicago. I'm sure they'll be carrying that.
You have to go to some like strange bar just to find a feed of it. It's a terrible game. I'm
Who
gonna
did
go.
the picks? Was this you, Chris?
Yeah. It's pick
Good
some
one, good one.
nasty ass games. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville on this one.
Yeah.
Buffalo is just complete garbage. Jacksonville is not very good, but Buffalo is complete shit.
I think Buffalo might be the worst team in the NFL.
That's quite possible.
It's quite possible.
The Bears, they're kind of looking pretty bad.
See,
right
but the
now.
Bears are 3-1.
Yeah, but they might go like 3-13.
They might, but Buffalo has a chance at not winning any games, and they're in a tough division.
Yeah, they're in a division where probably all three of those teams are going to end up at 500 or better. So.
Yeah, they're going 0-6 in the division. You can just spot them that right now. I think they just got swept, right? They played all three teams in a row and lost all of them.
Yep.
So yeah, I got to go with Jacksonville too, as much as it pains me with Fozzie here.
What do you guys got?
I'll take Jacksonville.
You know who I got. Come on, let's
All
just
right,
skip
Fozzie
that.
picks Buffalo. Okay.
Hey, I picked Buffalo.
All right, last game of the week is Minnesota at the Jets.
Hold up. Randy Moss.
Yes.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Playing against the Jets, the 3-1 Jets at that.
Sanchez.
Ooh.
Do you hear about all these USC QBs starting all these teams? Holy shit. It's a fiesta.
I'm taking Minnesota in this one.
Damn it.
I think that, I hate Favre, and I hate picking him for anything, but
You idiot.
I think
Me
that
too.
he's going to get himself back on track, and especially with Moss there, that'll open up that offense a bit.
I think if Favre can't start winning with the team he's got, it's like time to quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So this is
I'm gonna
pretty
pick
much
him
his choice. This is his last chance here. Like, otherwise, just hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, even though Moss is aging, you still have Moss, you got Peterson, and you got a pretty stout defense. This could be one of the better teams he's actually been on, believe it or not. So I mean, the fact that they're not winning games, it just shows that he's getting old. He's gotta get over it. You can't turn back the clock of time, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's just the way it is.
So who are you picking, Fozzie?
I'm picking Soda.
All right, I'm gonna go against the grain here, guys. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
That's all right.
As much as I detest them in every way possible.
You love Sanchez.
I think that Minnesota is not playing well offensively, and I think even though they added Moss this week, the fact that he didn't get traded until Wednesday is going to screw him playbook-wise and practice-wise, and I don't know that he'll be that involved this week. So I don't think he's having him this particular week is a catch-all. Although, the funny thing about them getting Moss is that now he's going to end up playing 17 games this season.
All right.
Because Minnesota had their
Vikings
bye
already
week
had their bye.
And the Patriots were going into theirs.
Yeah, so he's not going to get a bye. Not that he did anything on Monday night anyway. So.
Right. 0 catches. He did drop a pass in the end zone.
Yeah, he didn't get he only had one fucking pass thrown to him. What do you expect, man?
Yeah, there was they think one of the reasons he got traded, he was in a screaming match with the quarterback's coach after that one dropped pass. And apparently he said a lot of really disparaging things about the coaching staff. So they may have just decided at that moment that it was it.
Yeah, it's like, time to get rid of you. Wait, what the fuck? Yellow and smells like Fritos, huh?
Is that haiku?
It could be if you want it to be.
Ooh.
Why don't you sing that for us?
My piss is yellow, and it smells like Fritos.
And did I mention that my chair smells like farts?
Oh, that could add to it.
It smells like I shit this chair.
I think it's time to get a new chair.
Alright.
Stop sitting in the chair while you're naked. God.
My friend.
Fozzie, kick off the damn reader bell so we can get this thing.
The one thing we don't know about Jeff is that he's doing this podcast naked. I think that's pretty clear by now.
We already got enough freaking like visual images of him butt ass naked.
He's like
jizzing into fucking wherever he pleases.
Biscuits and
sausages and all sorts of shit.
Fritos.
Alright. So basically, all the questions are just coming from my post, pretty much, right?
I think Jeff got a couple through Twitter.
Okay.
I just put up another like Twitter get your last minute questions in. So we'll see if we get anything. We did last week, so.
Yeah. Get your last minute questions. Those always get about 5 or 6. All right. If you could be, this is from Sean D. Knight. He's a good guy. He writes it a lot, so I appreciate it. If you could be in charge of making a game to film adaptation, what would it be and why?
I believe the word is adaptation.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is. What'd I say?
Adaptation.
Yeah, I squeezed a couple syllables in there, took out a couple letters. Adaptation, whatever.
I'll field this one first. If you guys, I would love to be in charge of the Silent Hill game to film adaptation, franchise, whatever. They fucked that movie up when that came out, and I would make it a real horror film.
It's funny, a lot of people like that. I didn't like it, but
it was trash.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I'll go with Metal Gear, dude. It's one of my favorite franchises. It's pretty much a movie in itself, but I mean, get fucking I wish we could just fucking clone Kurt Russell, just make him 20 years ago, put him in there, because he is like Solid Snake right there. But I mean, if I had to pick one, probably like Hugh Jackson. Like
Jackman.
That. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you knew that, queer boy. All right, you guys go ahead.
I think I'd have to go with Mass Effect. I mean, they're definitely
Mass Effect could be a good one.
Oh,
Miranda, yeah. Ooh la la, you already got her.
Yeah, you'd have to find people to play all these people, but
Liara fucking got some like titty implants because I just played the Shadow Broker DLC for it, and holy shit, her boobs are huge now. So, word of the wise, if you have Mass Effect, get that DLC. You won't be disappointed. So yeah, I was going to throw that in there. Jeffrey?
Oh my god. All right. Anyways, I think my initial reaction was to say BioShock because I think that's one of the few video games I've played that I think would make a great movie. But keeping with the theme of this episode, Beyond Good and Evil, or I'd love to see Pixar, not me. I'd love to see Pixar take their hand at Conker's Bad Fur Day. Let's see what they do with that.
Ooh. I like it, but I don't know. That's maybe too risky for them.
I'm sure they're all adults. I'm sure they could do adult humor if they wanted, and it would look amazing.
Fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I love that game.
Chris, I need to get that
every episode.
Yeah, I need to get that. I need to get you fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day already, dude. Is it on Games on Demand? I think I saw that one time.
Just get just buy it. You can get it pretty cheap,
on
under
eBay.
$20.
I need to get your address there, Chris, so I can stalk you / give you games.
All right.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
a great game. I love
All
it.
right. Intuitive Shadow writes, if I were to say, "Mwahahaha," how would that make you feel?
Well, first, does he say it better than you do?
Yeah, he might put a little more oomph into it, but I can never tell because it's just fucking someone typing it. So
I don't think you're evil enough to have an evil laugh, Fozzie. I think that's
I'm pretty
part of the
much a
problem.
kind soul.
But he wrote it all in lowercase letters, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like
I mean, there's no exclamation points, there's no capital letters. I mean, I'm working with freaking dirt here, Throw me a freaking bone. I can't do everything on my own. So, Jeff, thoughts?
What was the question?
Oh, that pretty much says it. All right, Fizzbin21 writes,
great.
it's a zombie...
Fizzbin.
Huh?
The great Fizzbin.
Yes. He might be our first super fan, by the way. It's a zombie apocalypse. You have your choice of one weapon, one companion, and one song to rock out to as you fight zombies. What are they?
Ooh,
What?
Shit.
God damn it, Jeff. What are you doing over there? Jesus.
I'm looking at Twitter, man.
Dude, stop.
All right,
You can look at Twitter
there's
afterwards.
zombies. You can have one weapon, one companion, and one song to rock out to as you fight them. What are they?
God.
Let's see. Okay, I think my weapon has to be the flamethrower. Nothing like burning zombies. The song would have to be the Final Countdown.
Fuck
And I don't
that.
know. Rambo would make a great companion. Some guy like that who just kills everything. Maybe Chuck Norris.
Ooh, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, in fact, Chuck Norris. I wouldn't even need the flamethrower.
Okay, let's see. I would get...
He's your weapon too.
That's right.
I would get a slingshot. One song to rock out to would be
What's
like...
a bubble gum with that?
One song to rock out to would be like, I don't know, Beethoven, something soothing while I'm killing zombies. And let's see, my companion, I don't know, how about Optimus Prime? Fucking rocket launchers and shit. Pew, 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 you're dead. See ya. And I'm just strolling around and just with my little slingshots and my Beethoven. And he's all around me, and he's like, you're fucking dead, you're fucking dead. No one even touches me, son. Boom.
Does it have to be like a real life weapon, or could it be like something from a video game?
And he says one weapon. He doesn't say real life or anything.
Alright. I want the DMR from Halo Reach.
Oh, that thing is sexy. With no
Badass.
recoil. Recoilless fucking rifle.
Yeah, I want that. I want to kind of want to hang out with Ryan Reynolds, but the Ryan Reynolds from Blade 3.
What?
The character he played in Blade 3.
Was he even badass in it?
Yeah, he was badass and he made snarky comments.
So he was.
He always makes snarky comments.
Right,
That's
so he was badass and he made snarky comments.
I don't know. Optimus Prime can make some pretty good snarky comments.
Fucking robot.
Hey, robots are fucking AI, man. Smarter than all of us. They got witty as shit.
I don't really have a song I would like. How would you even hear the music? Like as you're.
It's like if your life had a soundtrack.
Oh man, it'd be so uplifting.
I think I'd want
Riding
Night
on the
Train
bus,
from.
riding on the bus. There's a hobo.
You know what? No, I don't want that. I certainly don't want that. I think Night Train from Guns N' Roses would be good.
You would.
It's a good song.
You're a Guns N' Roses fanboy.
Yeah.
Jeff?
All right, Naples.
No, I already went.
Oh, Jeff.
I went first because I'm fast.
I'll go with the weapon. I'll go with a baseball bat.
With nails in it.
With little spikes
Sure.
on it?
Give me a spiked bat. I don't know. I love the baseball bat as a weapon. My companion, I'd probably pick Frank West because he's covered wars.
He's hardcore, bro.
The song that I'd have playing is probably by Chicago. You know the one that's like, if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Of me.
Ooh, please don't go. Yeah.
Didn't they make some other songs?
They made a ton of. They've been around for 40 years, man.
Fuck
Come on, man. You want me to
I
start
don't-
singing Chicago for you?
Hard to say I'm sorry. I don't know, I guess.
Well, that is a
Same thing
Chicago
apart.
song. That is not how it goes.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Check on YouTube. That's how they do it.
Well, wouldn't it be cool to just like kill a bunch of motherfuckers to that song? If you leave me now, just bam, bam, bam. That'd be awesome.
Oh.
What else we got?
Fozzie, next question.
Need a little time away. I heard her say. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at a little Chicago. Quick Sam Buddy writes, it was recently announced that Batman 3 will be shooting in April, and New Orleans is being spied as a possible location for filming. How do you think New Orleans would be used in the Batman film? Would Bruce Wayne need to travel to French Quarter for business? Will it be a formerly unseen part of Gotham? What do you think?
It's not going to be New Orleans in the movie.
They're all that we've been through.
It's going to be like the like a far side of Gotham, or it's not going to be New Orleans.
What, are they gonna bring out Croc or something? Like what?
Yeah, I don't
Ooh.
know. Maybe.
Give me
But,
Sniz-
but you could do a bunch of stuff with New Orleans, because I mean the architecture there is so it's great. Like, so you
it's a cool town. Yeah.
yeah, you could do
Yeah,
a
but-
lot with that architecture.
Okay, even if it's a location for filming, I mean, wasn't where did they go to in Batman 2? Like, what was it?
Chicago.
No, they went to like Bangkok or something.
Oh yeah, you're right.
For
Thailand.
Right. They had
oh yeah.
They went somewhere like out like so. I mean, this could be the same thing where like, he's in New Orleans for like just to fight Croc, but it's only like 15 minutes. You know, it doesn't mean like it's going to be shot entirely in there.
And am I alone in wanting to see Philip Seymour Hoffman playing the Penguin? That'd be awesome.
I
That would
think
be
it'd be
pretty
great.
sweet.
He's amazing. He's a great.
You know,
actor.
I did like him in the third Mission Impossible.
He's man. If you've seen like anything he does is really really good.
I liked him in the Ben Stiller movie too. Along Came Polly.
What about? Have you guys seen Before the Devil Knows You're Dead? He's such a slime ball, and he's so good in it.
No.
I did. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
Movie
Anyway.
starts off really creepy though.
Yeah. Yes. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Like, it just starts off with him fucking what's her
Versatile
face?
maid from
Yeah.
behind. Yeah. Oh,
It's like-
I'd still fuck her too. God, she's so good looking.
So, I don't think it's gonna take place in New Orleans. It might. You're right, Fozzie. It could, but
Yeah, Shane.
I have a feeling that they'll be using the architecture like much like they did with Chicago for portions of Gotham. It's just going to be like another side of Gotham that we haven't seen yet.
Could be. Alright, Zypher Gamgee, whatever. How many legit questions do you get each week? And where can I find these podcasts? Well, do we count his as legit question? Who knows?
no,
I'd say
that's
we
not. a
probably get
legit
like
question.
5 good questions a week. And that might be pushing it, but you don't really want more than that, or your freaking podcast takes fucking forever. I remember like on the Noobs sometimes we get like 10 questions a week. I'm like, dear God, this is going to take about 2 hours.
Whatever
So-
happened to the Noobs? If you don't mind me asking,
What?
what happened to the Noobs?
Just move on to that. Nothing. Just,
Did,
I don't know.
They're
They're
both-
when was the
still
last
around.
time they did a recording? I don't
They
I
did
think
a
that's-
recording like last week.
really.
Yeah, they're still putting out
They're
shows.
still around. It's just that I don't think Bees has really blogged all that much recently.
No.
And Brit's kind of sporadic too lately. So.
No. Bees is, I mean, he's working on an article for Vagary that's going to go up at some point. So.
The GT5 one?
No, he's working on a basically a gaming versus responsibilities type post.
Yeah, this is the. All right, that's cool.
But he's working on that, so hopefully we'll see that soon.
All right, so basically you can find these podcasts at, like we were saying, vagary.tv. You can also find the Gova podcast. There's one called the Black Couch. I don't know if they're still active or not anymore. But,
yeah, they still release episodes.
Okay, there's still a couple active ones there, so you should check it out. Mainly just to support us vloggers, We work on fucking breadcrumbs over here to entertain you people. Least you can do is check it out.
Fozzie, I get paid $60,000 an episode.
Yeah, do you really? Let's see.
And we send Fozzie breadcrumbs.
But I crumble the bread by hand. It's okay.
Well, as long as your masterful skilling of crumpling bread is at it, then I don't mind it. But let's move on to the next question here. This is actually our last one. Well, from me. Where might what? Oh shit.
Yes, we're on
Like
iTunes.
the same one. Yeah, we're on iTunes. Just type in "Perfectly Sane Show" and we should be probably the first one there.
Or you can find us on the vagary.tv feed through
Vagary.
iTunes as well.
All right, I'm going to pass it on to Just Some Dude.
All right, I got 4 questions right now. Gigawatt Conduit, always good for a question, asks, best video game cover ever. Also, what game character would you like to have as your bodyguard / punching bag?
Wait, who sent this to you?
Gigawatt Conduit.
Gigawatt Conduit.
I'm looking for it. I can't see it.
It was 5 hours ago.
Oh. What was it again?
Best video
game cover.
And what character would you like to have as a bodyguard / punching bag? I guess both.
How does that work? How do you have...
I don't know.
Okay. Best video game cover. Oh, man, that's tough. I'll tell you what the worst one is. Fucking Mass Effect 2. That was a joke.
Oh, that was ugly.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it okay.
Brandon didn't even look good in it.
I'm going to say this about video game covers. All of my video games are in drawers. I don't look at the boxes.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I mean, it's hard for me to answer this question because I don't really take them seriously. I worry more about how the game plays and that kind of thing. I think video game covers matter a lot more to casual gamers than they do to people like us.
Yeah, it's something that catches their eye when they're in the store. Like, oh, I might want to play that.
You know what I do like, though, personally, is I like simplicity, one that strikes me as one of those is Final Fantasy 12. All it was just basically it said Final Fantasy 12, and you got this awesome tin case if you got the limited edition. But it was very just simple, basic. Also, the Mass Effect 2, the limited edition one, was so much better than the regular one. But all it did is it had the title of the game, and that's it. And that's really all I care about. Because like you guys, I can't even think off the top of my head a good video game cover. It's been a while.
Anybody else?
Cool covers. Yeah, I really like the Diablo 2 cover.
With the fiery dude.
Yeah.
Cool, dude.
I never actually played Diablo 2, so I have no idea who that actually
God, you
is.
missed out.
It's
That was my crack. I spent so many. Well, I could take back the years in high school that I spent playing that.
See, that's why I never played it, because that's the only story I ever got from anyone. Was I spent years and years and months playing it or whatever, and I just
hardcore,
I don't like to do that.
softcore, turned me off so much. But once I got into hardcore, it was on. I love the hardcore aspect.
And I really like the.
You do, don't you, Fozzie? You love it hardcore.
Yeah, like your mother.
It's sticking with the Blizzard covers. I really like the Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos cover with it had the the evil dude. Can't think of his name right now. But
Atheos?
yeah, that they had the 4 different covers, and there was one with the orc, one with the night elf, one with the human, and then the one with the the undead dude.
Yeah, I was about to make fun of you at first for being like kind of a Blizzard fanboy right there, but to be honest, they actually do make awesome ones. Even the StarCraft, when I'm looking at it, it's pretty sick. You got like that badass dude like right in front of it. Again, it's simple. You just have one face you're looking at, but it kind of like just shows the whole cover art right there. So
yeah, there's a lot of nice detail to it, and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Was there the second part to that question, or?
Oh yeah, let me get some mine really quick. I have 2. One I really like is the old Legend of Zelda boxes because it just said Legend of Zelda and there's just gold in the background. It was almost like a book that you had to open to find out what's going on inside of it.
Exactly, simple works.
But this generation, probably my favorite is the original BioShock. I like the Big Daddy on the cover and the little sister standing next to him. And, like, you see a little bit of Rapture in the background. It was just kind of saying, like, come explore this world, see what the story is. I mean, I like that cover a lot. But, what the second half of the question was, what video character would you like to have as your bodyguard / punching bag? Your mom.
So I think this is more of like a character that would kill lots of enemies, but you really hate.
So it's not like somebody you want to like hang out with.
I don't know, man. I don't have an answer really.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think I'd like.
I have an answer actually. Go ahead, guys. Though.
I'd like Marcus Phoenix to be my bodyguard, but I don't actually want to hang out and talk with him because the dude has no personality. But he's badass. Like, give him a gun and protect some shit.
I'll pick Tifa, and by beating her up, I'll motorboat the shit out of her boobs. So that works.
Okay.
All right, I guess that's something.
At least you didn't go with Yuffie.
Oh, fuck that. She's like 10.
That's why at least you didn't go with her.
Pedo Bear.
He wanted to, but he figured it for the sake of the podcast to keep his pedophilia at home.
What do you guys got?
I got nothing.
Come on, Cornell boy. I thought you guys were known for being quick on your feet.
We are, and yet I can't think of a single...
It's odd. Like, why would it be a bodyguard? Why would you beat up your bodyguard, though?
Right.
I mean, they protect you for a reason.
Well,
maybe the Incredible Hulk. Here we go. We beat him up to turn him into the Hulk, and then...
There you go. So I'm not saying, like, if you could beat up your own bodyguard, then why the fuck is he your bodyguard?
Right, exactly.
Because
like, why do you need a bodyguard at that point? If he's that strong, he must be stronger, right?
Here's my only logical answer: Brett Favre.
Farva.
I want him to protect me, but I'll fucking punch him in the face when he's not looking.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
So did we cover that one?
Yeah,
got it.
So.
All right. Now, there's this guy I follow on Twitter. I think his name before was the real Jason Voorhees. And he's changed his name to the Jason V. But he asks, have you ever been caught masturbating to the Golden Girls?
No. I do like the Golden Girls, but I've never exactly yanked one out.
That's too fetishy.
I've been caught, but not to the Golden Girls, thank God.
Yeah, you got away with that one, didn't you, little pervert?
Yes. I got caught once in college. I was so drunk I didn't realize it, and she told me the next day. She's like, "Yeah, I walked in your dorm and you're just sitting there." Well, I won't go any more into the I did. I didn't even see her open my door, I guess, and she's like, "Yeah, dude, I saw you sitting there and you invited me in."
Like, my hand's kind of tired. You want to help out?
Yeah. All right. Did we cover that question?
It's covered.
Okay. Chuck or Sean, do you think the new console MMORPG will ever actually release?
What?
Do you think a new console MMORPG will ever actually release?
Yeah.
Well, we got Final Fantasy 14 and DC Universe Online. But if you're talking about the Xbox 360, then no.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I mean, the question probably came because DC got pushed back yet again, and Final Fantasy on the consoles there's been some issues with that, but I think both those games are going to come out at some point. Are they going to be good? I don't know.
Fuck MMOs.
I've never played one. I'd like to try one once. That's it. But...
See, my problem is if I try one, what if I really like it? What happens then?
Right?
Yeah, dude.
I'm afraid of the consequences, so I never.
Me too. That's why
Just
I've never played Warcraft. I'm like, no.
Trust me, spoiler, Warcraft sucks. Takes like 2 hours just to level one level. I was like, this is bullshit. Diablo 2 is where it's at, gentlemen.
Oh, I'd play that. Hell yeah.
You get to like level 20 in like 2 hours. It's awesome. It makes you feel like such a badass.
Right, but I don't think Diablo was really designed to.
No, it's not MMO.
To have you play forever.
Oh, you're speaking to one person.
I mean, that's basically what Warcraft was designed for.
Dude, I was a barbarian. I was such a badass.
And, well, this is a good example of the serious questions we get. Sharpshot asks, if a man punches a baby in the woods, but nobody is around to hear the baby cry, did it actually happen?
Did it actually happen?
Did the baby actually cry, or did the punching occur?
Did it actually happen in general?
I think if the baby got punched, I guess it's like a tree falling in the woods.
I think in the question it states that it happened, therefore it happened.
Yes, I'm with Tony on this. Like, there's no way around that. You've already said if a man punches a baby in the woods.
I don't know, man. If the cops knock on my door, I'll be like, that's hearsay.
Yeah, now kick that baby.
It's baby say, right?
That's all I got, though. Those were my amazing questions.
Although, I'm gonna read a response back to that question from Trucker Sean. He votes no because babies are super annoying.
I'll agree with. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with babies. Stop it.
All right. So I believe that's it for questions for this week. Let's see. You can catch us on iTunes. Give us a rating. A good rating. If you're gonna give us a bad rating, don't even bother. Nobody's listening to us as it is. Like, there's no reason to discourage others from not listening to us.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know.
Once they hear this episode, we're in the big money.
We're almost at episode 10.
Or Fozzie's going to be reported to the police. One of the two.
Giggity.
Do you guys have anything else you want to add in tonight?
I just want to say, like I said at the beginning, at the top, I want to fuck the wind outside. It's so nice outside. I just want to have sex.
Dude, it's nice out too right now. It's like, God, like, this is just... The beginning of fall is the best time. That's why I love October. It's my birthday. You have awesome weather. It's just a happy time in Fozzie's life.
Yeah. And then November comes and ruins everything.
Yes. But yes, I would also like to add, if you have not gotten the Mass Effect 2 DLC, go ahead and grab that shit.
All right. One other thing I'm going to add in is there is a charity event coming up on October 16th. It's called Extra Life. It's in support of like children's hospitals and stuff. You know, the annoying babies. Basically, what it is it's a 24-hour gaming event where you donate people to you donate, you sponsor people. They're gonna play games for 24 hours, and it's all for a good cause and shit. I believe Unknown Causes on Twitter. He's written in before to us. He's doing it. Snack Pack from the Game Over podcast. He's doing it, and I signed up to do it as well. I'll leave a link in the show notes. It's pretty cool. It's for a good cause, so help out if you guys can.
What is the cause? People playing video games?
That's what it's like. That's what the people are doing. The cause is the money goes towards like children.
Basically, you get 4 sponsors, so it's like a minimum of $100 for someone to enter, and then they play 24 hours of gaming, and all that money that you're giving in to sponsor him goes to the charity.
Goes to like the hospital.
Children's hospital?
Yeah, it goes to a children's hospital.
Little babies.
I hate kids, but I guess okay.
Do you need a sponsor, dude? How many do you got?
I just signed up right now, so like.
All right, I'll sponsor you.
It's like I'm gonna put it out there though through the.
I already said I got you. Only $1 an hour, no more.
That's cool.
Because I'm sponsoring Unknown Causes too, so I can't go crazy.
Yes, it's a cool thing. So yeah, you'll see me on Xbox Live for like 24 hours straight.
Dude, we can get some massive fucking reach going on that.
Yeah, gain some points and stuff. Rank up my dude.
I'm down to get down with the business.
All right, so that's the end of the show. We'll be back next week.
All right.
This show is so all over the place. Like,
I gotta say, this is the funniest episode. I've been cracking up, man.
I want a drunken episode immediately.
I am drunk. This has been my drunken episode.
Damn it.
No fucking focus tonight. All right, it's been fun. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man. We're all...
And turn off. sorry.
Are you recording this? I'm just wondering.
I just pressed record again.
After all that we've been through.
Because tonight I celebrate my love
It's too.
for you. Because tonight.
What the fuck are we singing?
What the fuck is going on? Oh. YouTube. Fuck YouTube. I hate YouTube, those bastards. They need to give me some money for my Banjo-Kazooie shit.
YouTube needs to give you money for Banjo-Kazooie shit?
You know how many hits I get on that thing, man? I get, like, comments every day on Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is a
Wait,
good
what is
song,
this
Bob.
now?
I did, like, a thing where I was playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, like, which is, like, I don't know if you played it, but I built a really bad car, and I was trying to do a race, and I'm just snapping for 5 minutes, like, screaming at the TV while my girlfriend laughs in the background, and people just, like, people love it, man. People, like, crack. I love it, too. I think it's funny as hell. It's, like, the only YouTube video. That, and, like, I did this awesome return with Hester that I put up on YouTube. That gets lots of hits, but I don't think I can get money off of that. I don't know. I don't think I get money off either of them. You can make money on YouTube, though, can't you, if you, like, apply, or, like, if you get enough hits?
Really?
Yeah, you can, because you could say, like, you want to put ads before your video, and you get some of the money from it.
Wow.
But it has to be, like, content that you didn't steal, and I don't know if, like, me showing me play Banjo-Kazooie counts as stealing content. But I'll post. I'll post. You never seen it, Tony?
No, I've never seen it.
Most of you have probably seen it, right?
The banjo one? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I'll find it here real quick and I'll give it to you.
It's harder for me to say I'm sorry. After all that we've been
I
through.
haven't done a YouTube video in like a couple weeks, or like at least a week, I guess.
Alright, I think we're gonna go play some Reach.
I'm gonna go
Alright.
talk to this bitch from Match.com. Oh yeah, she wants me.
What was that, Fozzie?
Make sure that she knows that you ejaculate on fucking bread.
Hey, when there's not a sock around, what am I supposed to do?
Alright.
Stay in the toilet or...
Hey, you want some Alfredo sauce?
Oh my
I was
god.
just saying that I'm going to go play some Reach now.
You don't want to sit here and sing Chicago?
I think I've done enough of that.
Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Here we go. My famous YouTube video. That's the one. How many hits do I have? Let me see. Okay, it's not that famous. 34,000, but it's the one I've gotten most comments on.
It's a lot of hits.
34,000 is a lot.
I gotten like 80,000 on the Madden one, which is just me doing a return with Hester for a touchdown.
Look at this
That's
shit.
awesome.
Oh, alright. That was a good video, Foss.
Thank you. I need
This
All
video
right.
still makes me laugh, the banjo. Because I'm just going mental for no reason. Because I built the shittiest fucking racing car you could ever see, like, ever. And I thought it was the game's fault. The game is stupid, though. I'm sorry.
Adios, people. I'm out of here.
There?
Alright, dude.
Alright, I'm going to go.
Maybe I'll
once
see
again.
you guys online. I don't know. If you want.
I don't have Comcast yet.
Okay.
Fuck them.
Later,
Fuck
peeps.
Comcast.
Alright, guys.